Welcome to The Vampire Vet, a Sims 4 Let's Play series by Frimlin. Wait, that's me. In this series, Rodney is a vampire trying to run a vet clinic. He lives on Deadgrass Island in Brindleton Bay with his husband Tyree and his son George. What's been happening since the last episode? Let's find out. Just a very quick recap this time. After Rodney's walk with Leander, he bumped into an old friend, who became quite a handy snack. To pay the bills, they had to sell their golden frog from Selva Dorada. And this is the last time we see Ellen as a kitten. Hello, welcome to The Vampire Vet, episode 21. In today's episode, we're going to have a look at the household just briefly. And then we're going to head into the clinic because they need a lot more money than they have right now. So the first thing you need to know is that it looks like Ellen has aged up while we're away, and it's very cute. So yeah, Leander, he's getting a bit older, and he's not quite as lively as he once was, but he's still as loyal and friendly as he always has been. So little puppy Mark is outside at the moment, and it's actually quite likely that we're going to adopt him out, and the reason is, well, it all comes down to the sim limit of 8, but yeah, the main reason is it seems that the viewer who Mark is named after doesn't actually watch Vampire Vet, because he hasn't said anything about little Mark, so I think he's going to go and live with someone else, and we might see him in another series sometime in the future. But if he's not around, that means there's going to be space for Ellen to have some kittens, which I'd really love to see. So I think that's a good thing. But yeah, really wish that we didn't have the 8 sim limit, or that it didn't include pets at the very least. It would just be nice if we could increase the amount of Sims we had in the house by choice, even if it wasn't the default recommended option. I'm sure some of us have computers that can cope with it, but yeah, alas, that is not the way it is now. So it's been nice having Mark around, but yeah, we probably won't be seeing him for very much longer. But in a good way, he's going to have a nice new home with an owner that's going to really care for him. So cute. Don't be surprised if I end up keeping him. So it looks like Tyree is having something to eat, and for some reason Ellen is on the plate in front of Rodney, and but yeah, she's just sleeping, it's no problem. But I don't think that Rodney has actually told Tyree about the pregnancy, so let's make sure that that's done. Yeah, there we go, share big news. And let me just check his buffs. So now he knows he's got the big news, and he's got a 6-hour buff, happiness buff. So that's cool. And you can put away your plates. Oh, it already is. That's very good. But Rodney is very hungry, so we're going to have to take him out and get him a snack before he goes into work. In my Willow Creek, I have a number of commercial lots that I made myself. So here we have a cafe that is also like an art studio upstairs. So you can have a cup of coffee and work on your painting skill upstairs. And then next door to that, I have basically an art gallery. And you can run that as a retail store if you like. But above that is a gym, and that's where we're going to go today. And then finally over here I have what is mostly a karaoke bar, but it's also like a science lot as well. I know, bit of a weird mix, but I thought, why not? So yeah, you can build your rocket science skill here if you'd like. And downstairs there's like a bunch of science machines. These 2 floors are karaoke bar. If you want any of these commercial lots in your game, just go to the gallery and look under my Origin ID of Frimlin, and you'll find them there. I didn't do speed builds for them, but yeah, let's get on with feeding Rodney. And unfortunately he can't eat outside, so he has to go inside And upstairs here we have the gym, but actually let's just have a look in the art gallery first. So because you can't have two different types of lot on the same lot, as it were, this downstairs area isn't really functional. And it's basically like a glorified doorway at the moment to the gym, which is functional. So he's going to vampirically run up there. Anyone to munch on in here? Now, who's this chap? Is it Aaron? Okay, this is a gym trainer called Daryl Yeager. I have seen him once before in my world. I think he was generated by the game and named by the game, but then I just edited him a bit. Oh, actually Rodney needs to do an aspiration here, so let's switch to that one. Work out at a gym venue. Okay, well he's doing that now. Actually, let me just cancel it and start again, because just in case he's not actually doing it. Yeah, there we go. Milestone complete. That's good. So who's this chap? Antonio Trevino? Okay, so he is a Salvadoradian local. So it's a bit of a surprise seeing him here. I wish the game wouldn't send the Salvadoradian locals around normal town. It'd be nice if he stayed back in Salvadorado, but it's also not a big problem. And in a way it's kind of convenient because, you know, we want to get to the clinic. And before we can do that, he needs to have a snack, so how about he has Antonio Trevino. So yeah, let's give him a polite introduction, because it's only nice, right? Nice to be polite. It was a very important thing for my mum to train me to become polite when I was a kid, and I appreciate it now. But I am probably overly polite, like too polite. So while he's finishing off that, oh no, here he goes. I was going to introduce you to some of the other Sims. Actually, I'll do it very quickly. So this chap, Yusuf Mandir, he's not like a regular towner, he's not a played Sim. He's not related to anyone in my world, but he was created by the game probably back at the start of 2017 or something like that. And he was made to work in a restaurant that I made. And he's still around because basically the non-played Sims that I have in my world, I've set them with MC command setters so that they don't age. And the reason I've done that is because I don't want to have to keep dressing and altering the traits of new Sims created by the game, so I keep the same set that have been already hand edited by me. So yeah, sometimes I let them mix into the population, and when that happens I unflag them for aging so they can start aging again like a normal Sim, and then they breed into the population. But Yusuf hasn't bred in yet. He hasn't been he's still immortal basically. And I saw another one around. Actually, hang on. I've just seen someone very interesting. But first of all, this chap here is Wesley McFadden, and he was the butler that Rodney's parents had when Rodney was just a kid. And the reason why he's still a young adult is because, in a similar sense, he is prevented from aging by the MC Command Center mod. And one day maybe I'll let him mix into the population, but for now he's like a permanent butler. And if anyone hires a butler, it will probably be him, because he's already marked by the game with a hidden trait to be a butler. Now I saw someone else and I need to point them out to you. Look who we have here! It's Lysa! That's Roddy's niece. And she seems to be practicing her speech in front of the mirror or something like that, or psyching herself up. Yeah, lovely to see her there. So, he's introduced himself to Michael. And we want to get to the clinic, so let's try and drag him away into here. Let's do the chat here option. Do I feel guilty when I do that? Yeah, I do, and that's probably why I blush and giggle and that kind of stuff. But it's just a game. So wait a sec, a couple of other guys came in as well. This guy's another Trevino, yeah. Agustin? Trevino? I hope I pronounced it correctly. He is the brother of that chap that we just saw, Michael. This guy over here, Carl Woden. He was like a non-played sim, but I think he's now aging like everyone else because he's married into the local population. So I actually had to move them downstairs where they had a bit more space so I could take better footage of the drinking. So Rodney looks quite satisfied there, and hopefully so is his baby. But Michael looks exhausted. And Rodney's doing his little vampire hiss at the end, just for added effect. And of course he looks completely innocent. Now he's well fed, and hopefully the baby is too. We're at the clinic, and I have switched his aspiration over to Friend of the World, and I'm going to try and make an effort today to introduce him to a number of his patients before he looks after their pets. But he has a lot of satisfaction, so let's spend some of it at the reward store. Now, one thing you need to know here is that I have a mod installed, and it's a mod that I made. So if you don't know about this mod already, check out the link in the description. But basically it allows you to buy all the aspiration reward traits and a few other traits here in the reward store. It's basically an expanded reward store mod. So he has quite a lot of points. So let's have a look at what he can get. Regained humanity. Sims are more willing to agree to being fed on. That is actually quite tempting. So I'm actually going to buy this regained humanity trait, I think, because it is very vampire specific, and it would be cool if Sims were a bit more open to having their plasma being sucked out their neck by Rodney. So yeah, he's got that now, and he's still got 2,000 left over, which is good. So let's have a look what we can get for that. Steel bladder. Well, I don't think he has a bladder anymore. Perfect host is usually quite good. Patriarch, skill boosts when they're around their children, also very useful. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Patriarch trait. I think that seems like a good one for him because he's got his son George and one more coming, so that could be very useful to have. And now he's got no points at all, but I'm sure he'll get some more because I seem to always accumulate lots of points in this game. So we're going to open the clinic, but before we do I just wanted to mention, in case you've forgotten, that we changed some of the clinic settings last time. We've put up the price markup to 100% because people were saying that, you know, there's quite a few good deals here. I've forgotten what the words were they were using, but it was like a bargain place to go, so I thought obviously I'm not charging enough. And the advertising is the same as it was. I don't really want to turn that up because I don't want too many customers coming in at once. In fact, I could turn it down. And I put up their supply quality. It won't let me change it now, which is interesting. It's probably because it doesn't realize that I've got the trait to be able to change it. Sometimes the game doesn't realize that you've already bought these traits. And I have sometimes had it where, I mean, they're not traits, they're perks. But sometimes I've had it where the game seems to have forgotten that Rodney has certain perks, and I've had to basically add them back in, which is a bit annoying. That happens because I switch households between him and Ruby, his sister, so yeah, I wish the game was a bit more able to cope with household switching. Anyway, there's my gripe for today. Okay, so the clinic is open. Let's make sure everything's kind of full. Those are full. That looks like it could be filled. He's also going to start the cleaning routines on the various Roombas, or whatever they're called, around the place, to make sure that the clinic is nice and clean. There's 3 of them now. I don't know if there's one upstairs actually. Yes, there is. Ah, that's good. Someone was very thoughtful. I wonder who that was. And it looks like we already have some of the staff in. So this is Morwenna. She's just washing her hands or something. Let me check if she's set to be responsible for everything. So don't clean. We do want her to clean. We don't treat patients. We do want her to treat patients because there's probably going to be quite a few today. Who else do we have? So we luckily still have Kale. Kale is... Let's get him to not clean because he is our most skilled vet. So he's not going to... Oh look, it's almost Tyree's birthday. So Ariel as well, I'm going to set her to not clean. Just to make sure that we get through all the patients. And I see we've already got one familiar patient. And that is Brun. That's Rodney's brother-in-law. So Brun already knows him, so we're not going to introduce him. But let's greet him and start off with him. And looks like there's also another patient in there somewhere. Somewhere is Anaya Swan. Where is she? I don't know. I've never seen Laurie acting like this before. I hoped it would go away, but it's only gotten worse. Please see what you can do. I will do my best, Brun. I will do my best. So please, come on through. So Brun is very helpfully putting some rubbish in the rubbish bin. That's nice. Well, looks like we have Anaya Swan here again. She's always coming in. So hopefully Kale or Ariel will see to Anaya. What's wrong here? So let's... stress is low, so let's examine her mouth. And is that Lupo Wolf? Yes it is, it's Lupo Wolf. And is that Missy Chihuahua? Yes it is, Missy Chihuahua. So I don't know why the other staff aren't looking after the other patients. Hopefully they will start doing that soon. It's very annoying. And I think there are more coming in as well. She's got rainbow poop. So what else? Let's do a skin fur inspection. Okay, so she has an overheated sniffer. Surprise, surprise. So let's treat that, and she needs to have antifungal spray. So there you go. And we have even more patients. Rodney has completed examining and treating Laurie. She should be feeling much better now. Well, I hope so. So let's watch Brun give his verdict. Price seems to be good. I've now realised from watching other people that that's what that means. So yeah, 4-star rating. What's that? What does that mean? Maybe someone can tell me what that means. Looks like a bad thing. So was Anaya being treated now? Yes. Excellent. So who was next? Shall we say Chester? He should know Chester already, but he's now going to introduce himself to him. Because we want to do that for the aspiration. Chester's actually a cousin of Rodney's. I don't know what Ariel is doing. Let's criticize her. Or let's give her an inspirational speech. Okay, I'm going to go with the more positive encouragement first. Hopefully she will then respond well. I'm ready! I can do it! I believe in myself. Thanks for the pep talk, boss. So, since no one else is doing it, Rodney is going to very quickly clean up this mess. Because it's annoying. So it seems no one is yet looking after Chester or Marcella. That's Marcella in the back. That's Rodney's sister-in-law. That's Rodney's brother's wife. But as soon as he's finished with the mopping, we're going to greet Chester and get Chester sorted out. So don't worry, we'll catch up on more of the Vampire Vet in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back to see another episode, or perhaps a speed build. Take care, and goodbye.